If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, or you have a child who did, like Vicky, then our first guest will be very familiar to you. Marc Summers was the host of the uber popular Nickelodeon game show Double Dare, and 25 years later, the show is back on TV, and get this, the stage version of the show is here in Nashville. Welcome, Marc.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
First of all, you are so dapper. I love the fact that the orange in the shirt and in the sports jacket, you look fantastic.
Well, I try. I get a lot of help from the folks at the sales store, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, you look great.
It's good to chat with you and everything.
Thank you, sir.
How cool is it to be back with this show now after going off the air for a while?
Well, you know, I never thought it would happen. I sort of decided I was going to retire and was sitting at my house, and the phone rang one day and said, let's bring this thing back. And first we did 40 episodes that are airing on Nickelodeon now, 7:30, 6:30 Central Time here. And I made the mistake of saying, well, why don't we take it back out on the road like we used to back in the day? And so we're doing, I think, 16 shows in 18 days. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so if somebody comes to the show tonight, what can they expect?
We grab people right out of the audience, and we do a parent-kid sort of competition that goes on throughout the time. They do get messy, and we actually
Because I was going to ask that. It's in TPAC, so you still can get messy with that.
Oh my gosh, yes. A lot of slime, a lot of whipped cream going on there. We open up Act 2 with something called musical pies, if that gives you any indication. Then we actually play the game when we run the world-famous Double Dare obstacle course, where if you get all 8 in 60 seconds or less, you get $1,000 in cash. So it's a fun night. We've been selling out across the country. Last night we were in Indianapolis, sold-out crowd. They won the course with no time left. We've had 3 wins and about 8 shows so far. So I'm hoping here in Nashville we have another win tonight.
Good, good. Well, come on out and check this out. Let's, from the, I guess if you're not in the audience tonight, talk a bit more about audience participation. You're pulling some folks right out of the audience.
Right.
What about the rest of the audience?
Well, you know, everybody's sort of involved. We divide the audience up when we play the game, red team versus blue team, and they blow the roof off the place. Everybody's cheering. And when they complete a physical challenge, Leland, that's so silly, as throwing marshmallows in a cup down the other side of the stage, the place explodes. And I guess, you know, there's no, I hate to say this at my age, good family entertainment where moms and dads and kids can go play together, and that's exactly what our show provides.
Do you think that's the reason the show was so successful in the beginning? Because if you go back to the beginning of the show, how long did you think it would be on the air? Oh,
you know, when you go and you do 65 episodes back in the day, and then you go home and say, well, this will never happen again. We did 525 of them. And the cool part is the moms and dads who grew up watching the show now have kids the same age they were when they started to watch the show. So it's 2 generations out there. In fact, we've had grandparents on the show coming up on stage. And that's even cooler when you have 3 generations playing a game that's been on TV since 1986.
All right, so what's your role with the show now? Are you hosting, more of an executive producer these days?
On TV, I'm exec producing and announcing with Liza Koshy, who hosts. And then here on the live show, yes, I help produce it and put it together, and I host the entire, it's a 2-hour show, 45 minutes and a 15-minute break, another 45 minutes. And I'm exhausted, and hopefully the audience is as well.
Well, great fun, and as you said, great family fun.
It really is.
Well, thank you for
Leland,
being.
nice job, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Great to meet you.
Same here.
Don't miss Double Dare live tonight at 7:30 at the Tennessee Performing Arts Center's Jackson Hall. Get tickets and more information at tpac.org. Now let's